Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is February 17th, 2025. In Canada, in most provinces, it is Family Day, which is a provincial holiday. As I'm a federal employee as a mail carrier, we did have to work today, but conditions weren't great, so we were asked to make an attempt. Most of the boxes weren't cleared, or in my case, none of the boxes I went to were cleared, so we'll do it again tomorrow. It just wasn't safe. The roads are icy. We were supposed to get a big snowstorm last night. We didn't really get much of a snowstorm. We did get a little bit of snow, but it turned to freezing rain, which compounded with ice everywhere, which makes it really slick to drive and really heavy to shovel the stuff that did come down. So that's why I'm back home again. If you're looking outside, I will do this. We do have some snow on the ground, but it's not too bad. So what I wanted to do was talk to you about the 3 items of mail that arrived last week that had stamp items inside of them. The first one I'm going to do is this one here. It comes from Monte in Saskatchewan. You can see the stamps. He used some more vintage Canadian stamps, and none of them were canceled. If you're finding the channel for the first time, make sure you like, you subscribe, you leave positive comments, you share with other people, and you put the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. Now, inside that envelope from Monte, he sent a bunch of stickers. He was on my Wednesday live stream where I get you, the viewers, to do the selections of the postcard we send out, how we're going to decorate it, and the message that we're going to put on it, and then we usually sign it. Lately, we've been signing it That Dad Guy Crew, because that is the leading contender for what people seem to like to be called that watch my channel. I have a poll up on the channel. You can go and vote. I encourage you to go out and vote. We're in the final round right now. It's between That Dad Guy Crew and That Dad Guy Gang. And That Dad Guy Crew is continuing to lead the way, so I like to have lots of votes in to make a clear winner at the end of it. We started with 4 categories, 4 terms, and we've whittled it down to 2. So that's where we're at. But Monty was one of the people that got one of those you could choose cards, and he actually was watching the channel and he thought, you know what, I got a bunch of stickers that I'm not going to use, or I've got so many, so he sent me a bunch that when you guys decide to choose a specific sticker, I have more choices. Now, inside the envelope with those stickers, though, he did put some stamp things. So, first day covers. We have this one here. You can see the House of Parliament for Canada. This one came out in 1987. There's the chamber, and it says this cachet shows the Commons chamber as it appeared in 1925. Changes have been made since then. For example, the ceiling has been restored, stained glass windows put in, and television cameras installed. So that first day cover. And then the famous Calgary Olympics, the Winter Olympics that were held in 1988. And so they were held from February 13th to the 28th in Calgary, Alberta. The alpine skiing events included downhill, alpine combined, giant slalom, super G slalom. Downhill skiers reached an average speed of 80 to 110 kilometers per hour. Slalom skiers combined speed with skill and negotiation gates down the ski course. Competition takes place at the Nikiska at Mount Allen, and the demonstration events of moguls freestyle skiing also take place at that site. Aerials and ballet freestyle skiing will be demonstrated at Canada's Olympic Park. Olympic figure skating competitions were held for the first time in the 1908 Summer Olympic Games in London, and competition in the 1988 takes place in the Olympic Saddle Dome and the Olympic Stampede Corral. Introduced in the 1964 Olympics, the luge gave women an opportunity to compete in sledding. Competition takes place at the Canada Olympic Park, and curling is a demonstration sport in 1988. Competition for special demonstration sports medals take place at the Max Bell Arena. This is the 5th and final series of stamp issues. So those are the 4 different events, 4 different stamps that they talk about. And then we talk about curling. There is a curling all by itself, and so the information on the back of the envelope is exactly the same. So he sent that. And then he sent this. Have you ever heard of a domestigram? Well, this one, you can see it came out when mail only cost 8 cents. Nice, beautiful flowers. That's the wild rose of Alberta. And so he sent this card that came out from Canada Post, an information card about domestigrams. It says Canada's vastness extending from the Atlantic to the Pacific, from the broad reaches of the Arctic to the temperate zones, have given this nation an incompatible variety of floral beauty, beauty recognized by each of the provinces and territories in the selection of their official floral emblems. These in the form of full-color reproductions and exquisite watercolors by Alma Duncan have been combined with the convenience of domestograms to provide a new approach to written communication. Use this convenient method to share with your friends, relatives, acquaintances the beauty of the flowers so closely associated with the natural environment of all the selections of this country. Ask to see the two mixed selections of domestograms. One contains the floral emblems of Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Quebec, Alberta, British Columbia, and the Northwest Territories. The other contains the floral emblems of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and the Yukon. None of it hadn't existed at this point in time. The 8-cent stamp on the domestigram ensures speedy first-class mail delivery throughout Canada. The same attractive and convenient stationery bearing a 15-cent postage for overseas corresponds with the floral aerograms. So there's 6 of that. You get 6 of these in a packet, and it costs you $1. Now, 6 times 8 cents isn't $1, but you do get the ability to write on it and save your paper. So I guess that's the idea, maybe. But on the other side, which I thought was just as interesting, talked about the domestograms, but on the other side, domestograms and aerogram sets are available in post offices across Canada. Collectors may place orders by writing, and then gives you an address. Why not ask about our new publication, Canada Stamps and Stories? This is a colorful and exciting history of Canada as recorded in the Canadian stamps, combined with a popular starter kit, which includes a mini album, a catalog, an assortment of Canadian stamps. Canada Stamps and Stories makes it easy and interesting to start collecting. To make it easier for you to collect Canadian stamps, we have an automated mail order system we call Deposit Account Services. Nearly 20,000 people save time and trouble with this system that makes sure that you can receive exactly what you specify automatically every time it is issued. Whether you save plate blocks, sheets, first day covers, booklets, souvenir cards, or all Canadian philatelic items, you'll only need to order once and then sit back and let the automated service do the rest. To start your worry-free system working for you, you simply list your requirements, send us $20. As each item you specifically specified is issued, it will be sent to you with the statement showing the value of your order and how much is left in your credit. When your balance runs low, you simply replenish it by sending the amount that seems most appropriate to your needs. To learn more about this Canadian collector's convenience, just drop us a line at the above address. So there's a system that I don't believe is in existence anymore. I may be wrong, but I haven't heard of it. And we never really encourage you to send money in the mail, but checks, something or other. I'm sure there's an automated way of doing it. If you go to the Canada Post website, they might have a new system that way that you can go in and order your stuff in advance, so it gets sent to you when it's issued. So it's kind of neat to see that, the aerogram, the domestigram, and all the souvenir things that you can do. So thank you very much, Monte, for sending that to me. The next thing I want to show you, it's right over here. Bennett also sent me an envelope last week. This one here, you can see it's got some stickers on it, but it also has some very nice stamps to go with it. Inside, he sent me some blank postcards. He sent me a message postcard, and he sent me some information about Wellington, hoping one day I'll come and visit, and some of the things that I can do. And then finally, he sent a little envelope that contained 3 mint stamps from Tonga. So I want to show you those stamps. Really beautiful floral stamps, really nice that they're mint too. They might come in handy very soon. So I want to thank Bennett for sending these really nice looking stamps. Yes, I've moved once again. So this time I'm looking at this envelope that came from Idamarie in Washington. So there's some beautiful stamps. There is a love stamp in the middle. Very important that that love stamp is there, because this month, stamp of the month, if you haven't watched it, go watch it and enter to win the contest, or try to win the contest. It's all about Robert, Indiana. That's what the stamp of the month video is about. But Robert Indiana was the creator of the love statue, which also became the very first love stamp, and every year they issue a series or a single stamp that represents love around Valentine's Day. So I decided that would be the giveaway, that we'd be doing some stuff there. I'm still looking for a few stamps, but Idamarie did send a couple here that I can use to add to the giveaway. What I'm gonna do at the very end of the video is I'm gonna put up a list of all the love stamps and tell you that I'm looking for a few. If we can get them here within the next couple of weeks to try to fill in the collection, that will go off to the winner. But let me show you what you did. There's a mint version of the stamp that you put on the envelope, so I do have that. And then the brand new love stamp that came out this year, she's included one of those too. So that's really helping with completing the collection a little bit more, bring it right up to date. To go with that though, she did send some stamps for me to show you as well. We got a nice United Nations stamp here, anniversary one, and then some stamps from Africa. I'd mentioned in one of my videos that at some point we're going to get into showing African countries, but I don't have as many African stamps as I do, like, say, European stamps. So she managed to send me a few. There's some early South African stamps here, and one here at the Cape of Good Hope. So a nice early stamp there as well. Senegal, Liberia. I do like the odd size stamps or shape stamps. So triangles fit set bill. Mozambique. Southern Rhodesia. Nigeria. Somalia, Mysoon. Another Mozambique there. And Cameroon. And then finally, a first day cover, United Nations first day cover, representing the country of Rwanda. Thank you very much to Monte, Bennett, and Idamarie for supplying me with more things to talk about and to show, and for being a part of helping with giveaways and all those sort of things. Without the community, it would be near impossible to do the channel that I've done here. You guys have made it expansive and inclusive with all your donations of items and suggestions for topics to talk about and things that I can research and tell you about. So thank you so much to all of you out there who continue to do that. And I'm blown away by the amount of generosity that people have. Now, what I do want to do is put up this image. So this is the image of all the love stamps that were out there, and the ones that I am missing. I know some people are looking into it. Joseph in Nevada is one of those people who's going to look to see what they can find. But I'm going to put this out there for anyone in case in the next 2 weeks here you get a chance to send them in. I'm missing the 2001 55-cent stamp, the 2008 47 and 59-cent stamps, the 2011. There was a set of 10 flowers. I'm missing 5 of them. It's hard to determine which 5 I'm missing right here. So if you have any of them, send them. Hopefully it'll be one that I need, or several that I need. The 2013 stamp, the 2015, the 2019, the 2020, the 2021, the 2022, which is a set of 2 stamps, and the 2023, which is a cat and dog stamp. And I do believe Idamarie says she thinks she has that to send as well. But if you do, send them this way, and I'll help try to make the giveaway as complete as possible. Someone maybe will be able to walk away with a full set of love stamps dating all the way back to 1973. So you can see I have most of the early ones, but as we get into the 2001 and on, weren't as easy for me to find here in Canada. Okay, well, that's it for today. Hopefully, if you're in Canada, happy Family Day if you're celebrating it. If you're not, have a good Monday. Have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye. Some of you wanted to see the finished roses. Here are the finished roses. They turned out really, really well. And they come with a heart Lego too.